I was just wondering what you guys were kind of doing before you came into the cafe, what you're planning to do afterwards.
We went down to the painters and decorators down there, picked up some tools, and then we're going to go back to the job and we're going to carry on sanding the floor.
Where are you working at?
About a mile that way.
Oh, okay. On the house or just?
House, yeah.
Like, do you come in here regularly at all?
No.
No, you've never been in before?
I think you've been here before.
I've been here before. I've been here 2 years ago.
There you
For
go.
a few weeks when I was working a job around the corner.
Don't eat much then, do you?
Yeah.
No, I'm giving up eating. But yeah, no, all right.
So did it become kind of like a regular place for you to?
No, we never get a regular place.
No.
You have to find what's closest to where you're working,
Yeah. Wherever you can get the grub.
basically.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
And then do you like when you come into places like this? Do you become like a regular for a week or so while you're working?
Depends
on
how
the
long the job is. I mean, if we'll probably come in here tomorrow if we're here 2 or 3 days, we'll probably use the same
place.
cafe, unless it's crap and then we'll go
Yeah.
somewhere else. But usually, after a while of being in a 10-mile radius or wherever, you usually know where the cafes are and things.
Yeah.
You get used to it, don't you?
Find the good ones.
Yeah.
Basically,
If,
yeah.
if you don't like it the first time, you don't go back in there.
No.
Most cafes are pretty decent these days, though, aren't they, for what you pay?
Yeah.
You pay £4 or £4.5 for breakfast, you know what you're getting. You know,
Not
it's
bad.
not a Savoy, is it?
Not a bad deal though.
No, not really.
Can't go too wrong with bacon.
No, not really.
And do you see it? Is it just kind of a place to come and get food, or do you see it as like a social place where you come and spend time? And,
No, it's just food.
No, it's just food.
We don't
We don't
socialise.
talk to him.
No, it's just food.
It's only social. We've got more than one person in the group of people you're working with. But no.
no, nothing more than that.
You very rarely talk to other people in the camp.
Yeah.
Whereas it's all isolated, it's insular.
Yeah, you might feel uncomfortable like going over.
Well, no, you're just got your own thing. I mean, you've got X time to eat, back to work.
It's London. People don't talk
Yeah.
to each other in London.
Yeah. Everyone remains
Not much
strangers.
anyway, unless they're doing surveys.
Yeah. And recording it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright. Well, I will lead you to your coffee.
That's
Thank
fine.
you very much. That's good to see you. I am, yeah.
Which year are you in?
I'm first year fine art.
Very
Leading
good.
Pathway.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you? So where do you work in the studio?
I'm the course director of the Master's Programme in Art and Science.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
there we go. I work in Eltham Studios just across the
Oh wow. Okay. Well, it's very nice to meet you.
And
I'm
your
very
name
sorry
is?
to bother you. I'm Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Yeah.
Good. Yep.
Yeah. I was just wondering what you were doing before you kind of entered the cafe.
Well, I was attempting to teach the students. But
Attempting.
Yes. I mean, Mondays through Wednesdays are my regular teaching days, so this has been a favourite of mine. It's a nice space to come to, sort of quiet. It's quiet usually, and it's a favourite place for the staff to sort of decant to at lunchtime.
Do you come here together often?
Sometimes, yes. I mean, I happen to be going off to a meeting this afternoon, so I could have come a bit earlier. But
Yeah.
normally it would be with my colleagues, 2 or 3 of us,
Yeah.
sort of huddle over a baked potato or something. Yes.
Food so good, worth
Yes.
it.
Oh yes, absolutely. Well, I've been coming here, 10, 12 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been going a long time.
Yeah. I always surprised as many places like this stay open. I guess with like the kind of
Oh no, it's got a
economic
very regular
climate.
clientele, and I also know get to know some of the local people by name.
Yeah.
There's one person who comes in, a lovely old lady called Mary, who's very much a pillar of the local establishment here.
Oh really?
And everyone sort of comes, and they all meet Mary, hi Mary.
Oh.
So thank you very much, lovely, and so on. So it's a place that's very well patronised.
Yeah.
People working here, but also living here. I think some people come here for their regular daily meal.
Yeah.
So it's important. It's almost like an institution, if you like.
Yeah, Keystone in
Yeah.
itself.
And the thing is that what's amusing is at the beginning of the year, most of the students don't know this place. They might find someplace a little bit closer to the college. And then they latch onto this, and then very quickly it becomes a very popular
Yeah. So this specific workers' cafe.
This workers' cafe.
Because I mean, there's so many up and down the road.
There are,
It's
but this
surprising.
one's very good, and they do the best bacon and egg
That's
sandwiches.
one to have. I'm gonna have to try it one day though, definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
What are you planning to do after the?
Well, I'm off to a meeting at college after this,
Yeah.
and then hopefully home for a bit of recuperation before I come back and start all over again tomorrow.
Yeah, one of those long days.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I will leave you
Pleasure.
to your food.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
And what are you going to
I was just kind of wondering what you were doing before you came into the cafe, like what brought you in
I'm
here?
at lunch from work.
Lunch from work. And do you come in here regularly?
Yeah, a few times a week, yeah.
Yeah. And do you always order the same thing?
Generally, yes.
What is it that you have?
A bacon sandwich, brown sauce.
And they do good bacon sandwiches there, yeah.
Sometimes I'll have a breakfast, but generally that's all.
And how come like this specific cafe out of all the ones up and down the road?
I've been working up here a while. I've tried a few different ways. Partly in my work, good service, nice food,
Yeah.
clean, quite cheap.
Do you get to know the people working here at all?
Generally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's generally the same girl every day here at the moment. Yeah. I've worked around here for about 12, 13 years on and off. Well, so I work for the council, so sometimes work at different offices. But most of the time I come in here, there's a couple of other ones, depending where you are.
Yeah. Would you ever come in like with a group of colleagues, or is it normally just on your own?
Normally just from here.
Yeah. And do you see it as just somewhere to get food, or like somewhere you kind of take a break from everything, or like?
Both. Sometimes. I mean, normally I'd get a sandwich and take it back. Sometimes I want to sit in here, get my head away from the office a bit.
Yeah. Find a bit like relaxed time. Yeah. And what will you do afterwards? Just head back to work, or? Yeah. Okay. And would you ever like have a chat with the other people in here, like?
No, I mean, sometimes I meet people I know in this. I live around here as well, but generally no.
Yeah. And do you think it's kind of like an important place for the area? So?
Yeah, you get a lot of older people coming here who the people know and they get looked after in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is good for them. Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Thank you very much. Thank you. I was just wondering, kind of like, what brought you into the cafe today? Like, what you were doing beforehand, or?
I was at work.
At work.
Yes.
Do you work around here? Yeah. Do you often come here for your lunch break, or?
Not often, but sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you like kind of see the same type of people in here a lot, or don't get to know anyone?
Yeah, you see the similar faces, yeah.
Yeah. And does it feel like kind of a community thing, or just it's just one of those things? It's just a cafe that you come to.
It's just a cafe.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just a quick in and out. I'm waiting for something. So.
Oh, okay. So you normally get to take away.
Yeah,
you don't
correct.
Normally.
And just take it back to work.
Can I ask what you've ordered?
I've ordered a sandwich.
Is it always the same thing, or is it?
No, it varies.
Varies. Okay. And you'll just head back to work after
Yeah.
this. Okay. That's great. Thank you very much. So I was just wondering what you were doing before you came into the cafe today.
Oh, I had to go to the optician to see if my new glasses are ready yet.
Oh,
I had an
okay.
accident on the fellow just across the road there.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have been there in the first place, so I ended up with the Whittington.
Oh, okay. And do you come in here regularly?
Yeah, well, often it's time, yeah.
Yeah. And do you tend to come in with a group of people, or just by yourself?
I really come myself, yeah.
Yeah. Do you spend a lot of time in here when you're here, or do you just eat and go?
I spend a bit of time in here, yeah, and go.
Yeah. So it's not just somewhere to get food, it can be a kind of social place as well.
No, suppose so.
Do you know any of the other regulars that come in at all, or?
I think sometimes, yeah, I don't just sit there there, I know she's busy or not.
Yeah.
I see her rather well.
Yeah. Would you have conversations with them at all, or
No, that's my first I don't.
not too much? And do you always order the same thing when you come in?
No, various different things, yeah.
Yeah. And it's good food.
Yeah.
Where will you be going after?
We're not first towards the probably outside with my landlord's head office.
Yeah.
Repairs need to be done.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I was just wondering what you were doing before you came into the cafe today.
I was at work.
At work. Where do you work?
I'm a social worker. I work in Archway.
Oh, cool.
So, you know, one of the big towers.
Yeah. So have you been in the area a long time?
I've lived in the area for just over a year.
Just over a year.
So
And do you come in here often?
it's been a while since I've been here. I wanted to leave the office and get away from people, so I thought, come for.
Yeah. And do you see it as kind of a social place at all, or is it just somewhere to come and get food?
Just somewhere to come and get food, I think. And I live really near here as well, so actually I live in this road just here.
Okay.
So I have brought friends here before, yeah.
Yeah. And would you bring colleagues here at all, or?
I don't go for lunch with my colleagues, no. I go to the pub with them in the evening, but lunchtime I like to, you see them all day, and actually at lunch it's, separate yourself, personally.
Do you always have the same thing when you come in?
No.
Or is it, no.
Different.
And do you ever recognise faces in here? Are they kind of regular?
It's about the third time I've ever been in here. So,
Oh, okay, not so much.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, that's great. I'll leave you to it.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Thank you so
Sure,
much.
no problem. You get suntan as well.
Yeah. Like, do you come in here regularly?
Yes.
At all? Yeah. Do you see it as a kind of social place to come?
Yes.
Yeah. And what will you do? Like, what were you doing before you came in here today? Is it
I
just
was in church.
in church? And do you always come in for lunch, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you get to know the staff at all?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's all right. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you.